Let's go mudlarking with a difference.
Oh, come on. Pop your wellies on, let's go in. How much of that bottle is there? Ooh, it's going down. Oh, look, it's
See, that's the bottle. But as I'm cleaning, look.
There's more of it.
There's more of it.
What's this now? It's probably only the bottom half. Is that what I think it is?
Folks, we've come back to the top end of the Rhymney River. The waters, as you can possibly see behind me, and at least here, are pretty much in full flood. We've had rain now for 3 or 4 days. Last time we were here, it got better and better and warmer. Today, it's probably going to get wetter and wetter, but I'm equipped. I've got my brolly. And I've got a nice waterproof coat. So we're not going to be searching in the river today, because, as I say, it's flooded. But if you remember when we were last, as we walked away, we found so many finds on the path, because what we had found in the river that day had washed out from the bank ends, because all the ground I'm stood on is made up ground. It's a combination of coal waste and rubbish. So we're going to now search this area and see what we can find right under our feet, because when it comes to mudlarking, you can't let the weather keep you down. Come on, let's see what we've got. I just came down to have a look at the river and to see how it's flowing, and I found something.
Ooh!
And it's not ancient, it's rather modern,
right,
but very useful.
Oh, a little hammer!
Look at that, a little tack hammer. Is that a boot?
Oh, that's quite nice, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some patterning on the bottom. I suppose it's a grip. Oh, there's a name.
Yeah, that's going. I'm gilding quite the tool collection from the river, because there's my screwdriver diggy thing, and now I've got a hammer tappy thing. Now I can put them both, my screwdriver diggy thing and my hammer tappy thing, into my nice new bag, and I'm ready to go.
Right.
Fully equipped.
Oh, there's a bird fighting. I don't know if you'll see that on camera, but they're getting very angry with each other. Let's have a look at this path. There's loads of bits, tiny bits of china. Oh, just so you can see where the noise is coming from, there's the road. We certainly haven't gone very far off piste today. But there are lots of little bits and pieces, and I'm hoping for some interesting things, because we did find a bottle when we were walking along here the other day. Is that what I think it is? There. Ooh, could that be a bit of pipe stem? What do you think? Oh, it's feeling good. Oh, there's a little pedal.
We've got plenty of little pedals.
Yes. Look, it's a piece of pipe stem.
Oh, it's quite thick, isn't it?
It is. Oh, that's a really nice find. I really don't expect to find anything too exciting in these paths. And I've already found, what's that, about an inch of pipe stem? Let's keep looking, see if we, hey, perhaps there's some bowls. What do you think our chances of finding pipe bowls are?
Well, we found a stem, who knows? We found one, so who knows, there could be a bowl here. And I've got my hammer, because that was actually the first find, wasn't it? So your second find, your first find, pipe stem. My first find, hammer. What does that say?
You're speaking to me and I can see something over there.
Is it a pipe stem or a bowl?
I don't know. It could be just a cigarette end. But there, no, the closer I get, the more it looks like a cigarette end. Oh yes, you can see it's squidgy.
The modern version of a pipe stem.
So we've been looking on this bit of ground for a while now and found a few bits and pieces. I found a pipe stem. You know me, I'm quite happy to have just found a pipe stem, but I'm always looking for more and more interesting things. What about you, Phil? Was there anything in particular you were hoping to find on this mudlark?
I'm always happy to find tools, and I've already got my hammer.
Yes.
So now as we're searching, I suppose for me it's always getting things to do with the ancient industrial past. So if we can find anything that's linked to the foundries, to the metalworking, and of course mining. Because we have to remember that in amongst all of this bits of china that we're looking at and bits and pieces, the majority of this waste is pit waste.
Yes, it is.
So I'd love to find something related to the collieries as well. Collieries and ironworks, that's me.
But that's a really pretty piece of pattern. What's sticking out there? That looks like coloured glass. It looks like it could be pretty. On the other hand, it could just be boring. Oh, it's big. Oh, it's not that big, that was dirt. Oh, look.
Is it?
That looks like, you know those Murano fish that were really big in the 70s? It looks like one of those got smashed. Or it could be Murano from earlier. And somebody had it and smashed it in the 50s. Oh, that's quite pretty, isn't it? With all the swirly bits on.
Now, if we were by the river, I'd say, give it your dear, I'll go and wash it and see how lovely the colours are.
You're not going to wash that?
No, I'll wait till I get home.
Look at that beautiful stone. You've seen these so many times in our videos. It only looks so nice because it's so wet. When it dries out, it won't look anywhere near as pretty. Now there's something that looks interesting.
Ooh.
It looks very much like that bit of wheel we found before. Apologies for the traffic. I think that's going to feature through the whole video today. You think that's part of a wheel of something industrial? I think it is. Yes, look at that. The last bit we found was half a wheel. That's a quarter of a wheel if you're optimistic. But it's still nice. Is it heavy?
It is.
Yeah.
But I'll still take it home because it's not too big.
Right.
And it's an excellent link to the history of the location. You know, when you have two major ironworks here 200 years ago, to find a lump of iron like this cast, it's got to be worth keeping. A keeper, yeah?
Yep, okie dokie.
Right, I'm going to give it a swill though, because it's ponking.
And here we have something which is not that pleasant, but we get a lot of that in Wales. It's sheep's poop. And wherever you go, you have to be very careful because sheep get everywhere.
Well, my new little tappy hammer has definitely come in handy.
Your little what?
My new little tappy hammer has definitely come in handy.
Tappy hammer.
Yeah.
You're saying tappy hammer, and it sounds like a weird musical instrument.
They'll all ask what a tappy hammer is. You all know what a tappy hammer is, don't you? It's a tappy hammer. A hammer for tapping. Anyway, the reason it's come in handy is, look, I've managed to remove all the excessive build-up of gunk because it was corroded on, and now you can see more of the foam.
Nice.
I think it's very nice, and it's a little bit, just a little bit lighter to go into my nice carrying bag.
Ooh, it's a medieval roller skating wheel. I don't think it's a skateboard, it's too narrow, but it's plastic, so we'll take that home and dispose of it properly. Right, I'm going to put you down now, and you can have a look on the floor. Don't forget, shout if you see something. We're running out of path here. the road is just there, so I think we're going to have to turn around and try another area because this is pretty clean. Well, relatively clean of artifacts. Plenty of rubbish.
Saying that, it's always worth looking in the opposite direction.
Oh, definitely, yes.
Now, this is one big tip for anybody who starts mudlarking. If you're walking back along your same path, keep your eyes open. The last time we were here, as we left the water, by the exact same route as we came in, we not only found 2 or 3 finds in the river, but one of them was actually a Spanish coin.
Yes.
And we'd walked over it, so the other direction helps. Now then, I need your professional opinion.
Oh, right. Oh, that sounds rather scary.
Well, I'm colourblind. So the question is that pink?
Yes, that's pink.
Right, and the reason I'm looking for pink today, I am looking specifically for pink, is because Susie's granddaughter's favourite colour is pink, and I'm currently making up a Monkey Panda plain or pattern game for Susie and her granddaughter. And she said, if you can put pink in. So if that's pink, that's going home, and it's going to go into the game.
Oh, that's a nice bit of blue and white. Always a treat when it's not willow pattern. Very pretty. Oh, it's both sides. Also, I'll assume... Oh, no. Look on the back. There's the pagoda. It's willow pattern. I thought for a minute it wasn't. A willow pattern teacup shard. And what's this? That's got a bit of a shape to it. Do you think that's a doll's face or something? Let's have a look. No, it's top of a jar or something. Yeah. Yes. What have you got?
Yeah. I've got a bit, yeah. I saw it this side with a bit of plate, and I thought probably white.
Yeah.
And it is mainly white, but can you see here? Looks like gold.
Yes. Try rub it with. I got my leather gloves on, so I'll be fine.
Is that gold?
So no, I think it's like luster. That's the word I couldn't think. Yeah. It's like a luster wear paint on there and orange flowers. Oh, it's really pretty, unusual. Yeah. There's some yellow. Now, it could be a tile, but it seems to be glazed along the top edge. Let's have a look. Oh no, that's going to be a mixing bowl. There's the brown buff colour from the outside and the white on the inside. Oh, what's that?
Oh, for a minute I thought it was a bit of pipe stem, but I can see now it's a bit of china.
Let's have a look. Yes, another piece of white china. It looked good though, didn't it?
Oh, it's not white.
Wait.
It's blue and white.
Oh, yes.
I could see it through the dirt as you turned it over.
My eyes are terrible.
Well, that was a rubbish go at plain or pattern, wasn't it?
It was. It was right in front of me and I still went for plain.
The thing is, you're saying about china and, you know, the bits are here, but of course I need plain as well as pattern. But I'm picking up plain pieces as well, because so often I pick up the patterned and I've got plenty at home, but then I go to make a game up and I haven't got any plain bits. So I'm going to pick up some more.
Okay. Ooh, is that a bit of pipe stem? Pipe stem with a bit of metal on the end? I don't think so. Oh, it's not metal, it was mud, and it's just the top off a felt pen. We look like we're in the middle of nowhere. The beautiful rose hips all turning colour to a bright red. Plants and leaves fluttering in the breeze. Still a few odd remnants of colour, which will slowly fade away as we go into autumn. And yet, here we are, 6-8 feet away from a main road. So you don't always have to have access to wide swathes of countryside to find things. It's amazing where you can find things. We're right by the road. It's a bit noisy. It's very awkward when you're trying to film, but ultimately we're still finding things. So it's always worth looking wherever you are. And this is a bit of rough ground here, so let's have a look. I know there's one thing I've spotted, so let's have a look. Ah, now that's part of a flag, and you can see where the handle would have come off there. That's the buff brown colour on the top and the cream bit of the main body of the jar. Oh, is that another bit of it there? Oh, it could well be. Let's have a look. If we turn it that way. Yes, look, that fits. And I found another bit here. No, that would be too short because that's a base. What a shame that that's got so badly damaged. And look here. That's a teacup, patterned on that side and patterned on that side. All so close to the road. You can see the leaves dropping now as autumn begins. Pretty colours, lovely rich browns, especially if you add a few red berries. Very seasonal. And there we got the neck of a bottle. Let's have a look. It's a screw top. Well, you can see the neck was only that long, it wasn't a beer bottle. I wonder what was in that. Oh, there's the bus going to where we live, and the noise in the distance is that very noisy, slow travelling road sweeper, so please ignore the rumbling as Phil talks.
Hello. Now, I appreciate that there may be those out there that think, you're not in a river, so is it really a mudlark? Right. Here's a find that confirms this is a real mudlark.
Oh. What have you got? Oh, it's a ball. We always find a ball when we're mudlarking.
A very squashed practice golf ball.
Poor thing.
But it's a ball.
It is.
All we need now is a shopping trolley and we're there.
Yeah, on some rich pottery.
Oh yes, yes. Keep your eyes peeled.
What's that? Oh, it's a dairy crest. What does it say on the other side? Property of... I can't read it. Probably dairy crest.
That's what they call a dumpy milk bottle.
All right.
Yeah, when I was looking at milk bottles for someone, they called that a dumpy milk bottle, and I believe it was prolific in its millions in the 80s.
Right.
So it's still 40 years ago.
It is. It's surprising, isn't it?
Survivor, and we haven't had a... Was it dairy crest, you said?
Yes.
That's a new one to us.
Yes.
But I have an exciting possible find here.
Oh, exciting possible find.
Yes.
I won't be too optimistic then.
It's just I I saw this here and I thought, oh, that's the bottom.
Oh, look, it's
See, that's the bottom. But as I'm cleaning, look,
there's more of it.
There's more of it.
What's this now? It's probably only the bottom half.
But I thought it was just the base of a brown teapot.
There's more than the base, if nothing else.
But it's a bit crammed in, yes. So.
It's probably been trodden on a million times.
Well, it's been run over because this has been all tractor run.
We're not finding much at all on big, and this, well, look at it. There's a lot of it. Now, I can see the handle snapped off anyway, so it's not complete.
Oh, yeah. I can see now. But the bowl's complete.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, is it? Yes, it is. What about the spout? I can't see a spout.
No, but we've got a teapot.
No, there's no spout.
Got a teapot.
Oh, what a shame, but that's nice. It's a nice little bowl thing, isn't it?
Hang on a minute. That looks like a new brake. Have I snapped the spout off in there somewhere?
Oh, I don't know.
Which way was it? The handle was your side.
I think... Oh, what's that? Hey, wait a minute. There's something there. Oh, it could be the spout. Surely not. Oh, I think it is. Oh, yes.
There you go.
It's the spout.
Which I probably just snapped off.
You vandal.
But I have glue, so I can make amends.
Right, is the handle in there? Let's have a look. If the spout was in there, the handle could be. It's a bit more fragile though. So
yeah, and to be honest, see the brakes look a lot older.
Oh yes, that's what's
but it'll be around this area, will it?
Yeah. No, it's not there. A couple of brown things. Think, oh, what's that? And then it's a leaf.
That is a boot. And probably, what did they call him? I looked him up the other week. Was it a brown Betty?
Yes.
Possibly a brown Betty.
Possibly.
And there are markings on the bottom, so I'll look those up and see if this was a wartime one as well. Because remember the one I reassembled?
Yes, that was wartime, wasn't it?
I'll have a look and find out. But that's a nice find.
It is. Biggest find of the day.
Tea for two.
Oh, we've got another bottleneck, another screw top, which just goes to show the age of this tip. So you may get older things because people have put them in the tip years ago, but also they'd owned them for years before that. So we could get older things. But I reckon probably 40s, 50s, 60s we're going to find mainly. What's that? It seems to be hinged. Is that the door off the back of something like a clock that you needed to wind up, or off some sort of little camping stove thing? What do you think that is? Let me know in the comments. Ah, the men with the lawnmowers are getting noisier. If you can see just through there, there's a graveyard and they're mowing the graveyard. I don't know if you'll be able to see there, about there. Here's a little bit of a fossil. We get a lot of these grassy fossils around here because the rock just crumbles. And in between are all these. Oh, there's a button. It's amazing. I couldn't see that button. Then suddenly it appeared. There, that looks like the buttons I had on my cardigan when I was a little girl. So again, that would tie into 60s. And a piece of glass with well, that looks like a shell on it, so probably a jar of cockles. I've come into these prickly plants because something has caught my eye. Ow! But I've only got a thin pair of leggings on and they keep on stabbing me. Oh, I didn't see that. That is one of those. Perhaps off a cooker or something. A hob. This is what I've seen here. Ow! Stabbed my hand. Is it a... Oh, look. It's a bottle missing its bottom and missing its top. I thought maybe it was a valve. But I think the glass is too thick for a vacuum valve. What do you think? Or could it be a valve? And climbing back out of the prickly bits. Oh! There's another button. A 4-hole button. Play. Ooh! I just found a pink bit. Well, it's a really tiny pink bit. And... oh, there's another bit. Let's have a look at that. Is that plain or patterned? It is plain. Which is an interesting piece of glass. Let's find some light. There's not much sunshine. I think it's probably going to be easier to see it there. It's got like a square pattern on it. That would have been beautiful if we had the whole bottle.
Does this count?
Oh, what have you got?
You said we have to find ridge pottery. It's rather wide ridge.
I don't think that is. I don't know. It looked a bit of a luster on it, but I think
it is a ridged pot. I do. I think it's a very wide ridges.
Now there's also... oh no, I thought that was a pattern. It could be. It's too shiny for the normal ridge pottery we find.
Right, I'll keep looking.
I think not.
Well, anyway, this is definitely a chance to play plain or patterned.
Oh, let's play plain or patterned. Right, this one I'm going to go for patterned. Oh yes, pretty blue flower.
No, lovely.
So,
like
one
that.
for me. This one I'm going to say is plain. Oh no,
caught you good and proper.
That's doubly patterned. That's like a
Not a
burgundy
boot.
pink with gilding on too.
I've picked all these bits up just in this little patch here. Just
Amazing, isn't
it's like
it?
as if you hit a bit and it's metal, you hit a bit and it's china, and here we got china and there was a few pattern pieces, so I thought let's have a game.
Why not? Let's carry on. Right, it's difficult now. Is Phil tricking us and these are all patterned? Because I would say plain on this one. Yes, it's plain. Hey.
2-1 to you.
This one I'm going to say patterned. It's the edge of a plate. Oh yes, a lovely cobalt blue line on the edge of that.
Well, I'm a loser again because that's 3-1 and all it can be now is annihilation.
So, are we going to annihilate Phil or not? Let's have a look. I'm going for patterned. Oh, it's plain. Well done, you caught me with that one.
I did a pull back. 3-2, that's not as bad as 4-1.
Well done, you completely fooled me with that pink piece. Excellent. Did Phil fool any of you at home with his pink piece?
Is it pink?
But burgundy pink, isn't it? It's not a dark burgundy, it's not a pink. It's a pinky burgundy.
It's the gold caught my eye. The luster.
So come on, did you get it right or not at home? Let us know in the comments. I can see the top of a bottle. And it's not a screw cap. How much of that bottle is there? Ooh, it's going down. No, I've got my diggy thingy.
Oh, there we are. You show off.
Right. Oh, I almost don't want to dig it out because it could be broken. Let's save for the moment. Let's just do this slowly. Sorry if it's a bit bumpy. What do you think? It's still looking whole at the moment. Any movement? Like no movement on it. So we'll keep digging down. Ooh. It's still looking good. Still further down and it's still looking good. Oops. It's very difficult to hold the camera still when I'm digging, sorry.
Do you want me to hold the camera?
Go on then. There we go. Further down. It's still whole. Let's have a look. Either side. Looking good, looking good. I think it's clear. but I can see bubbles there. So let's see if there's any movement. Not enough for me to risk it yet. It's moving.
Oh ho ho! Is it all there?
It's whole. Look, there's the end. It's definitely old because I could see the bubbles.
You may have a diggy thing, I got a pokey thing. Try that, yeah?
Give it a swish around. They're very noisy over there. Shh, we're filming. Right, let's have a look. Oh, that's very gloopy. So there it is. We need to wash that when we're home and have a good look at it. There's nothing written on it. If you want to see what this looks like washed, then tune into our live show at 9 o'clock UK time, 9 PM UK time. British summertime still at the moment until the end of October. Then we'll be back to Greenwich Mean Time. So you'll be able to check out them. We'll show you this all nicely washed up. So we'll see you over on the live show, 9 PM UK time.
Saturday.
Okay, so
Not every night.
The day.
Not every night. Only
No.
on Saturday.
So we'll see you Saturday and you can see what it looks like.
Every Saturday.
Another bottle. Ooh, do you think this is another Dairy Crest milk bottle? Oh no, it's not. Cooperative Wholesale Society. Oh, that's nice. It would be so much more fun if we had sun, wouldn't it? It's a clear milk bottle. Right.
I've got a little milk bottle.
Oh right, we've just found a milk bottle too.
I heard you saying, and I found this one
Ugh.
bit full.
Which one's that?
Pure
milk. Davis, I think.
Oh.
Possibly. Again, tune into the live show where we will wash these out and show you them. We can't do it here because there is no water.
Yes, we are lacking a river.
Look at Phil's ponking fingers.
I got another set over here.
Stinking ponking. Ooh. There's a big lump of glass. Now, I'm only picking this up because if you look in the bottom, can you see all the bubbles? So that was something really old. Quite large, really. But you have no idea what it was. Do you recognise that shape or size? I know it's extremely unlikely. But is it anything that you might know what it is? Let us know in the comments. What's this? Oh, look! That's got a really pretty pattern on it. Oh, I like that. Very nice.
As I said earlier, I love the history of a location. And we're right here in the middle of where it was all happening 200 years ago. Upper Furnace was opened in 1801. That later became the Union Iron Works. There's an interesting story that's linked to the Union Iron Works, and it's to do with a chapel that's now derelict. To get to this particular chapel, it's a bit of a hike, and you have to go through some overgrown areas, and it was never easy to get to. And when it was opened, it was called Zoa, but all the people tend to call it Graig Chapel, which means mountain, because of its location. However, it still attracted a fairly good congregation. But in the early days, there was a little bit of dispute over its building. The chapel was built, or at least building began, around the same time as they opened the Butte Ironworks, around about 1827. And it was the Duke of Beaufort who gave the land to the nonconformists about a mile away from Butte Town, right at the top of Rumney Bridge, and the work commenced then in around about 1827. But there was a problem, because in order to cross over to build, they had to go over a tract of land that was owned by the Union Iron Works. And the then works manager was no friend of the nonconformists and was not a happy man that this chapel was being built at all. So he used his position and authority and refused any passage of materials for building. So the building work stopped and was on hold for 12 years. And the only reason the building resumed then was because the manager left the works and moved on to another location. Well, it may have started with some problems and it may now be extremely derelict and very little left. But in its time, it was a popular chapel. And although it was in a remote location, it attracted a very large congregation over the years, which we know to be true because the graveyard attached to the ruined chapel holds over 1,400 graves. Okay, that's another bit of history, but we're here to do some mudlarking.
There's lots of bits of china here. I don't want to keep the camera on all the time, or this could go on for hours. But there's a piece of like an aqua green, a tiny bit of leaf green, and a tiny bit of colour, very fine that. There's a bit of turquoise. It's just everywhere. There's a piece here with some writing on. Oh, it's bigger than I thought. Oh yes, that's quite a chunk.
I found a pouch.
Oh, what have you got? Oh, that's nice. Now that definitely looks 50s, doesn't it?
Oh, lovely.
Yeah, and what else have you got?
I've got a piece of plain for making. Got some with a bit of blue on.
Yep.
And another bit of what I am claiming to be wide rich pottery.
That is definitely wide ridge pottery.
See, I got the top of the jar.
Yeah, I think you are right. Even though that's more glazed than we usually see them, that's undeniably the top of the jar, but just very shiny. Strange that.
Now I'm willing to concede. We're not likely to find a shopping trolley up here.
No.
But we haven't done bad. 2 out of 3 for a mudlark.
Yes, as long as we found some ridge pottery. What is a mudlark without ridge pottery?
And we've got 3 milk bottles and a teapot.
Can't be bad.
I tell you what, we're in for a nice cuppa when we get home.
Oh yes. Right, let's have a look up here. We'll ignore all the little bits of glass and the little bits of white pottery and the sheep poop. Oh, what's that? I can see something there. Can you see it? That just looks different to the sort of thing we usually see. This sort of glass has got like a bump on it. Oh, look. That would have been, I think, a lusterware. There are the 3 feet. There's the side where you can see the lusterware. Oh, that's nice. I like that.
I've got 2 interesting things.
2 interesting things. Ooh.
2 interesting things. I think that's interesting.
It's metal. I wonder
it looks
what
like
it
a
was.
washer, but there's almost a serrated edge on it.
Yes.
See?
It could have been a pram wheel or bike wheel, and that's where the spokes were joined on, do you think? And they've rotted away, or?
Bit thin, I think.
Yes, it is a bit, isn't it?
But here's my more interesting fact.
Oh, show us your more interesting
You ready to be
find.
stunned?
Are you ready to be stunned at home? We're ready to be stunned. Oh, it's a circle.
It's a hinge.
Oh, look. Oh, is that a snuff box or something?
I just found it. There's the hole. It was embedded in there on the side. And
Right.
it matched with the
Oh,
floor.
no.
It was a very lucky find.
There's something on there we really need to get that
Do you
home.
want me to get my glasses on or?
Clean it. I think it needs a good clean, to be honest.
Right on.
Right, we'll take the home, clean it up. Don't forget, 9 p.m. Saturday on Let's Go with the Johnsons, our live show. We'll clean this up and you'll get to see what it really looks like. That looks really interesting. I'm going for Snuffbox, but I could be completely wrong. What do you think?
And that's 9 p.m. UK time. So if you're in Australia, you'll have to get up very early. And if you're in America, you'll probably have to rush home from work. But 9 p.m, 1 hour, we'll be there, and these finds will be there with us all cleaned up for us to show you.
Oh, I think I've seen another pipe stem. Can you see it? Oh, I hope it is. It's not another one of those tops of a pen. Yes, I think it is. Yes, it's another pipe stem. You can usually tell, even though you can't see the hole, you can see the colour of the dirt in the hole. Oh, there's 2 pipe stems today. Woo! I am excited. I love pipe stems.
About the same length.
Yes, isn't that strange? We often find about an inch.
Is it that they snap and then they become more rigid because at an inch they're harder to break?
It could well be.
That's my theory.
You've got a very dirty smudge on your cheek.
Have I?
You have.
You better wipe it off, because I can't wipe it off with my hands.
There, that's a bit better. I've got really dirty gloves as well.
Well, there's a lad that worked underground for 11 years. I'm used to dirty smudges on my face and a lot worse than that.
There's a buckle here. Looks like it's off a pair of overalls. I wonder, was it some workman who worked down the mines? Phil was hoping for some sort of industrial relics, and that could be. There's a piece of china, which is plain. Make a little pie. Ooh, there's a bottle top. Wouldn't it be lovely if that was Corona? Let's have a look. No, nothing written on that. And there's also this here. Do you think this is anything? Another plain bottle lid. Now that's long. Do you think that's another bottle? Get my diggy thingy out. Let's have a look. It's moving. Oh, look! It's a really tiny bottle.
Perfume, do you think?
I think so, yes. It's hexagonal. Oh, that's really nice. I just caught it from the corner of my eye and thought, oh, it's probably just a shard of glass. But I definitely think it's worth a look.
Now, all right, I admit that's exciting.
Yes.
In fact, I would say that's probably one of your best finds today. But I have to point out what's by my foot.
Oh!
It's genuine ridged pottery.
Ridged pottery.
There we go.
We've come up to some higher ground, and it's amazing again to hear just how much the sound of the traffic is travelling. There's a dual carriageway right away in the distance there, and a small road behind those trees, and it's really noisy. But the reason I've turned my camera on is that we've come for a mudlark, and I haven't once had the opportunity to say pop your wellies on. Until I discovered this puddle. What do you reckon? Do you think it would be childish or fun to go in there and have a paddle in a puddle? Oh, come on, pop your wellies on, let's go in. Ooh, it's muddy on the bottom. Ooh, isn't that fun? Squish my wellies off, give them a clean too. Not that this puddle is very clean. Right, I hope you've enjoyed that. Let's get back out of the puddle and carry on looking for treasure. Not so much treasure up on this higher ground. You'll notice substantially less. And it's a bit drafty, so sorry if the sound is a little bit off. But there could be something along here, you never know. It's always worth a little look, just in case little bits manage to get this far. Mainly just coal waste. There's a little tiny bit of glass there. Little tiny bit of china there. Oh. Is that what I think it is? Up here? Where there's nothing to be found? Oh, yes it is. Look, it's another piece of pipe stem. Oh, wow. Again, about an inch long. Now, I've just looked to my side and I'm not getting too hopeful, but is that another piece of pipe stem? Now, let's not get too excited. Calm yourself down, everyone. We're calm. Calm. Think of butterflies. Is it another piece of pipe stem? Oh, yes, look, it's only a tiny piece and it's in pretty bad condition. But there's the hole. 2 pieces of pipe stem in a place where I didn't think we'd find anything. Oh, and I've seen something else that isn't so exciting, but is an integral part of a mudlark. It's a piece of ridged pottery.
Well, the clouds are gathering, so it's time for us to be making a move. Hope you've enjoyed this mudlark. If you have, give us a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. And then you'll get notification when we're on, and you'll be able to join us on all our adventures. So until the next time, don't forget, have fun. Bye.
Bye.